Hello, Airbus Cockpit Coach here. In this video we're going to continue with our full flight tutorial series looking at pushback and engine start. We're here in the Fenix A319, but this tutorial can be used for any of the A320 series of aircraft. So we're just about to get underway and get pushed back. We're fully loaded. Let's jump inside the cockpit and look at the next stages. So something we need to do as soon as we get the final load sheet, and this is usually around the time of closing the doors and getting pushed back, is confirming our final figures. We'll get our final load sheet. We've got that here today in the MCDU. It's come through via ACARS. Essentially, we're going to cross-check that with our preliminary load sheet. So the pilot monitoring will usually do that. So I'd call out the figures from the final load sheet. I'll put them into the scratch pad, and before we commit those into the top line here in the inits B page, we'd run that cross check, make sure there's no changes. Changes usually on the load sheet are indicated by double dashes, so if you do see those, that indicates a change. I have got another video on the load sheet itself for more details, so do check that out. So we're confirming those figures: 55.4, 29.3 confirmed and validated. That's what we'd put those in. The next thing we'd do is confirm our takeoff weight. So we got 63.5, we've got 63.6 there on the plan. So we've got a bit of a discrepancy. 3.6 over here. Let's have a look at our fuel. It's most likely to be that because we've got the APU on. So we also wanted to cross-check fuel on board. So 8.28 versus 8.3, so a little bit lighter there. That difference isn't anything to be concerned about. I know we can perform with that. So happy to accept that. We'll accept that from the load sheet as well. Takeoff weight is definitely one to just to cross check, and then off the back of that entry of figures there, we'll then go on to calculate our takeoff performance. So we're Luton runway 25 today. Right, put that detail in. Also be looking which intersection we're using. If we're using an intersection, in this case we'll go full length today. There is a cross-checking exercise here the pilot monitoring and pilot flying will make. We will check that our takeoff run available matches, and that's something we do in the real world. Whether we're using the intersection, the wind, the outside air temperature, the QNH, the runway condition, and use of engine anti-ice, and of course packs, and the expected takeoff weight. So we make sure all that matches. So we go through the cross-checking exercise of pulling all that out and confirming, and then we'll bring up our out here. We don't normally in the real world use an optimum setting here. We'd normally be forcing either 1+F or flaps 2 on the A320 series, so I'll calculate based on that. And then we'll go through a process of entering that in. We'd read all this data out and make sure it checks with the pilot monitoring. And if it does, pilot flying will enter this detail, although we have a bit of a cheat here where we can send to the MUCDO, send that over. But again, we need to call this out and cross-check, and the pilot monitoring will also go through and verify those figures as well. That's really important to do. That's the final stage. And one final check we make here is a check of the green dot clean speed here is 212. Coming up here, make sure it matches 212. By doing that, you would throw up any difference in takeoff weight between this computer and this computer as well. Final check we make there. And for departure, usually the pilot monitoring will have the flight plan page up, and the pilot flying will have the performance page there on takeoff. But then check that the windows are closed. At the little red rings, make sure they're locked out. Of course, our door as well. We've already cross-checked that and make sure that's locked. I want to check that external power is disconnected, in which case it is already. The ground crew have done that. We are running on the APU, and we'll get our pushback and startup clearance. Quick check of the door page as well to make sure our slides are armed. We'll make sure the beacon's on, confirming the switch position, and the transponder, and come into auto. And we can run through the before start checklist. So parking brake is set. There on ECAM, takeoff data is confirmed, windows are closed, doors are closed and armed, and the beacon is on before start checklist complete. So we can instruct the ground crew that we're good to start. We've got our clearance from air traffic control to Pushback. Get GSX to do its thing. And we release the parking brake, confirming on the upper ECAM, parking brake released. Start the elapsed time clock. So then we check our thrust levers are in idle, which they are, and we'll move the engine mode selector to ignition start. We wait. Ensure that the amber crosses here are turned to green indications, as we have, and that we've got the engine page here displayed. And then we can announce starting engine 1. So we come down here and we'll select the engine master for number 1. Start. And we see we've got increasing parameters. So we monitor the engine start. We're presuming we're doing a normal taxi here, so there's no single engine taxi today. No cross-bleed engine start required, so it's a normal operation. I do have videos on the cross-bleed and single engine taxi procedure if you want to look at those.
Please set parking brakes.
Parking brakes set, confirmed by ECAM. So we're looking for the eval here on the M1 when that comes up. Keeping an eye on parameters. There we go, the eval there, and we can now start engine 2. So we come down and select the master for engine 2. On. And 2 rise there. The noise of the electric buses transferring over. And then we have the avail indication on the M1 up there. So a good engine start. So now in the real world, the pilot flying and pilot monitoring have 2 different flows to complete. So we'll have to do both of those as a single crew in the simulator today. So the pilot flying would select the engine mode selector to norm. It would turn the APU bleed off. The anti-ice as required, we don't need that today, so that stays off and we check it's off. The APU master would come off, so if we're depending on what taxi, we're not doing a single engine taxi today, we can keep that, so turn the APU off, we're finished with that. And we do not need the yellow electric hydraulic pump because we're not doing a single engine taxi, so that's not required. That's the pilot flying flow. The pilot monitoring flow will be ground spoilers to arm. Rudder trim would be checked to neutral, that one there. Let's set the flaps, so we're config 1+F. And then to set the PETS trim, to make sure it's in the green band as well. And then I check the ECAM status. Once we got both engines started, it's then a normal point to do the flight control checks. We're looking for indications here and here on the primary flight display. So elevators first, so full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, and rudders, full right, Full left. And neutral. So we've got full and free movement, and the indications are looking correct there. That's the flight control check complete, and then we'll check our primary flight displays and the navigation display, make sure all the information on there is sensible. We check that below flight directors are on at this point, and we check our FMAs to confirm that. We then select the auto brake to max. We confirm our transponders now on, and we make sure the code is correct. At this point, we would review whether we need the engine mode selector in ignition, depending if there's heavy rain or perhaps even severe turbulence expected for our departure. And we'd also turn the weather radar on as well, and predictive wind shear. Consider where we want terrain to be displayed. I can put that on the first officer side today, so we'll put that on there. And we can test takeoff config. Just the cabin to come. We got the system page and onto wheels. At this point, we want to be stowing our EFBs and our tables and those kind of things if we don't need them anymore. And also we consider rerunning any changes through a sort of departure briefing. So if anything has changed, our weights, the weather, perhaps the runway direction, we need to consider that. There is also another video I've got on a departure change checklist. That's if you get a change of runway during your departure or taxi out, and what to consider there as well. So do check that out. If we do get any changes to conditions, so say if there was UNH reduction, we'll subtract 1 degree for every 2 hectopascals in reduction. And if we did require engine anti-ice to become on, say if we've got some fog come in, or it's looking a bit drizzly all of a sudden and we're in icing conditions, we'd subtract 5 degrees from our flex temperature to account for that. So then request our taxi clearance, and let's say we've got that. Then turn on our taxi light. Come into auto, taxi light on. Scan around. And confirming clear left side, and the pilot monitoring, or the first officer would say clear right side. Once we're clear, we release the parking brake. We want to perform a brake test very soon, so slight pressure on the brakes, making sure there's no pressure is 0 here. We're not on the alternate braking system. One common mistake that's made is that pilots let the aircraft accelerate too much before they do that brake check. It can be quite uncomfortable and quite harsh. So not a test of the brakes, it's just a test to see whether we're using the pressure from the accumulator rather than the main braking system. So on the taxi out, we also perform what's known as the PEDS check. So the P stands for performance, the E stands for the engine out SID, and then we look at the departure, so what's in our FMS flight plan. And then our selected altitude as well, our first cleared altitude. Clear right side here, no traffic coming inbound. Left side there. So we had no Q&H change, no temperature change, anti-ice remains not required, so there's no change to performance, no change to engine out SID, so we'll go straight ahead to 25 miles and hold, and we'll confirm our flight plan. Pilot monitoring would come down here. Here's page and look through the routing we've got there, confirming that to chart is correct. And then we look at our first initial cleared altitude, which is 5,000 in the FCU and 5,000 blue on the primary flight display. We run through our taxi checklist, so flight controls have been checked. Flap setting is config 1 plus F. And we'll run through our FMAs, so we're 132 blue, 137 magenta, climb nav blue, 1 FD2, stop climb 5,000 blue, and with QNH 1013, it's cross-checked 3 times. Radar and predicted wind shear is confirmed on, and ECAM memo is takeoff no blue. That's the taxi checklist complete. So on the taxi, on long straights, we can let the aircraft accelerate up to 30 knots ground speed here, indicated at the top of the navigation display. We don't want to be constantly dabbing the brakes, so the normal procedure is to let the aircraft accelerate and apply one smooth motion of brake to slow the aircraft down. Approaching 30 knots and a turn coming up, so I'm going to put in one smooth application of brake now. And this turn should be made at around 10 knots, no more than 10 knots. Here we are at the holding point, so runway 25, London Luton. To bring the aircraft to a stop there, there are a few checks then we need to make. Obviously we need our clearance to line up or take off. We want to check the brake, so we have been using a lot of brake on the taxi. Obviously it's quite a short taxi here at Luton. We could be at a larger airport with a more complex and a lot of turns, which will use a bit more braking action. It could be a much hotter day as well, so we run the brakes. We may have the brake fan on, in which case you want to take that off before departure. As soon as we're cleared to line up, so let's say we've received our line up clearance now, we want the transponder to go into TARA. Anti-ice as required. It's not required. Packs 1 and 2 off if that's what we forecast to do for our performance. Pilot flying would normally confirm takeoff runway, approach path clear of traffic, and would set the exterior lights. So we're entering a runway with strobes on, I put the turn-offs on and the nose on. We're not cleared to depart yet. We can drop the lights out, the landing lights, but we won't put those on until we're cleared for takeoff. The key thing is to have the strobes. It would be the pilot monitoring who would select the TCAS to TARA. They check the brake fan is off. They confirm takeoff runway as well, and approach path clear of traffic, anti-ice, and packs 1 and 2 off. Will be the flow they'd make in terms of checks on the lineup. And we want to confirm cabin is also secure. Entering the runway, there's nothing on TCAS either. That's another indication we can use at this point with TARA on. Runway 25 confirmed. Approach path clear, runway clear. We're going to perform the backtrack today. Use the full length of runway 25. And whenever you're turning the aircraft, especially around sharp turns, especially on a turning circle really like this, the outboard engine, that's going to help you the most. The inboard engine is relatively, it works against you almost in these situations, so bear that in mind. And I'm bringing the aircraft to a stop there, lined up on runway 25. So that's the pushback, startup and taxi out procedure. The next video we'll run through the takeoff and climb outs. Hope you found that useful. If you've got any questions on that, please drop them in the comments. And thanks for watching.